So in 2024, what we're seeing is probably the most prominent use cases for Open RAN tends to be feature parity. As these new Open RAN vendors deploy their products, they don't have the years and decades of development experience that the legacy NEPs have had. And so just basic feature parity will be one of the key use cases. Things like simple PCI configuration or just basic optimization of handovers. Just getting to feature parity of the legacy network equipment providers will be important for the Open RAN community.
The most prominent use cases that I see happening within 2024 really is around looking at the cost effectiveness of Open RAN. And that means looking to see how we might be able to save power in certain data centers, how we might look at spectral efficiency, and are the radios and towers really providing the best use for those particular use cases?
So there are several use cases that the service providers are looking at, starting with energy efficiency. So there is a big push in the service provider domain to reduce their operational costs, and a large portion of what they spend running the radio network is on energy. So there is a big focus on reducing the energy by optimizing how long the radio network is on, and can they turn it off without impacting the subscriber experience. So that's what they're going to start with. But once the rig opens up the interfaces and opens up the programmability of the radio network, which has never been done before, since now we've been using self-optimization tools, SON tools, to do some of these, but it's been limited with Open RAN ecosystem. Really, with the open interfaces, we are going to be able to go deeper and be able to do it in a much more efficient manner and at scale.
I think that new partnerships is really going to impact the total cost of ownership for people deploying RAN now, because you have this open market and ecosystem that's going to allow for more competition and more of the best and brightest to put their foot forward. Operators are really embracing openness in their architectures by thinking through what they can move to the cloud to provide agility and scale very quickly. I think the specific use cases that are most promising for Open RAN deployments are ones like connected car and those really critical applications at the edge to be flexible and be able to scale very quickly.
What we're seeing right now is that there's a lot of individual operators who are opening up the network for API integration to developers, but they're doing it for features such as quality on demand and new enhanced features for the network. But today, that's only available in that individual operator's network. If you move to another network, you lose the functionality. In the coming years, with initiatives like GSMA Open API Gateway, as well as the Camara project, network functions can be exposed in a way that's consistent via APIs so that developers can take advantage of them across multiple operators. You can think of it as the way we roam across networks today, or the way we can send an SMS to anyone today.
We see a cautious step that the industry is taking into Open RAN. I do think that at some point we will see a reduction in total cost of ownership with the new players that are coming and making the negotiation practice more viable for the service providers.